In America, all citizens has a right to basic civil rights. This include a right to vote, to health care, and educated, and employment. Americans also have the right to be delusional. Recently, many trans women has made videos on TikTok indicating that they can have periods or menstrual cycle. The term transgender refers to a person whose sex assigned at birth does not align their gender identity or one's psychological sense of their gender. Some people who are transgender will experience gender dysphoria, which refers to psychological distress that results from an incongruence between one's sex assigned at birth and one's gender identity. Why? Though gender dysphoria often begins in childhood, some people may not experience it until after puberty or much later. A period or a menstrual cycle begins when a female sheds the lining of their uterus. This cycle is part of the female reproductive system and prepares the body for a possible pregnancy. A typical cycle lasts between 24 and 38 days. Because a trans woman does not have a female reproductive system, they cannot menstruate. Unfortunately, some trans women think differently. Let's take a look.
Trans women do experience PMS, and we do also sometimes experience cramps because of that.
Just a PSA to all my fellow trans girls out there on estrogen. We do in fact get periods. We do.
Why? Men do not menstruate. Only women menstruate. Now, you can call yourself whatever you want.
Cis men don't menstruate, but trans men do menstruate.
No,
Same
they
as
don't.
non-binary people.
Only women.
Menstruating is not exclusive
Yes,
to
it
cis
is.
women. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
So explain to me as to why my body menstruated at
if
some
your
point
chromosomes
then.
are XX and you're young, you menstruate. If you're XY, you don't.
Correct, but what about trans men and non-binary?
They're
We're
not men.
excluding a whole group of people
They're
here
women
that
dressed
menstruate.
as men. You are not a man. You can pretend to be a man, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Live your life. Tell me what a man is.
Well, what's a man to you? You define a man for me.
You have chromosomes that are X and Y. That's what a man is.
So why are we just looking at the science of this as an
The
example
science.
when we've learned sex and gender identity are they're completely different things.
They're not completely
They
different
are
things.
completely different.
Completely different words.
And sex is what you're born with, the sexual reproductive organs you have. Gender is what you identify with. They're completely
Well, I don't
different
accept that
things.
distinction. You have to argue for it. You're just giving a conclusion. You're just making it up. The people who hate the truth, are because they see the truth as hateful. If you want to identify in any way you can, you're free to do so. But that does not mean that the rest of us have to join that illusion. You disagree, I disagree with you, and so you call it hate. But there's no hate in my heart at all. So that's
You
wrong.
are being hateful when you tell somebody that identifies
Okay.
as a man that they're not a man.
That's not
That is
hateful. That's a
All lies will be exposed. That's all.